using LinkedIn's publishing platform to highlight your expertise.
Welcome to our next episode of LinkedIn to Lead Generation with Hannah Tighe. Hannah, we're talking about getting on your ideal client's radar using LinkedIn. This is part of our 4-part series here. What are we talking about in this episode today?
Sure, absolutely. So today we're going to talk a little bit about using LinkedIn's publishing platform to actually gain some exposure and increase your credibility, because who doesn't love a published author, right? So, but this is really great because it allows you to write something once and then it is published right on the platform that most of your ideal clients are already at, and they can share it with their network, and you can even get featured in Pulse, which is pretty exciting.
That is exciting. So I'm looking forward to this. This sounds like really good stuff, fairly new stuff. So what are the specific bullet points we're going to hit in this episode?
Okay, so we're just going to talk a little bit about notifications in your network, that people can share it and it can be highlighted in Pulse, and also just some things you might want to do to make sure that you're really illustrating your expertise and people actually care about it, and it increases your thought leadership.
Excellent. All right, so let's dig into notifications. So this is this new feature. Instead of just posting in the stream, you're able to post a published piece that is longer and more visible. So what does that do to the notifications?
Okay, so what's really cool about this, well, cool or annoying, depending on how you look at it, is that when you publish something, your network will actually get in the notification bar, they will actually get a notification that you did that, okay? So this is huge because most people, they do these blog posts and, they tag everything and they make sure, everything is optimized just so, and they hope and pray that, people will come back and look at it. And what's so cool is that, this is where your bread and butter clients already are. They're there every day. They're looking for people with your expertise. This is where, these people congregate. Okay, so if you can stay top of mind and, getting a notification about something that they might be interested in, it's all right there. They don't have to go searching for it. So that's really kind of pretty exciting.
Yeah, it definitely gives you more visibility, gives you more, direct connection with your content to the people you're trying to reach. Excellent. So let's talk about the shareability of it and how, it might actually even get picked up outside my network. What does that look like?
Right. So what's really amazing about this is that if you, write an interesting piece and you have like an attention-getting headline and everything, and people like it and they start sharing it, what happens is that it can get picked up in Pulse and actually featured within that category that LinkedIn assigns it to, that, people are specifically looking for information on that topic. So like if I wrote something about how, women and like the glass ceiling or something, they could, and people really liked it and started sharing it, what would happen is it would actually get featured in Pulse, and then it would just go out to, so many more people than I have in my own personal network. And that's pretty amazing.
That is amazing, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, do we know, obviously, the most important thing is for me to focus on producing a really high-quality piece, but beyond that, is there anything I can do to kind of make it more likely that it gets picked up in Pulse, or that's just up to the magic of LinkedIn?
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say next. So, the main thing you always want to think about is, how is it that somebody would identify with my piece. Okay, so you want to really make sure that you're writing something that has an attention-getting headline that really nails down what is the main problem that the person that you want to attract is dealing with. So, for instance, there was a post that got picked up by just some woman, and she was talking about why she says no to coffee meetings. So I think all of us can really relate to that, right? Like how many, that's a pretty attention-getting, headline. So because that's the problem that a lot of people, that entrepreneurs have to deal with, is they go through all these coffee meetings where people pick their brains and nothing happens. So, trying to think of that, like what is the problem? How can you nail it? Do it in a fun and exciting way, or just, really straight out and blunt. That seems to work. Also, having a really great attention-getting picture. Now, LinkedIn is kind of trying to make sure that you are not dealing with copyright infringement. However,
Right.
a lot of the posts that I'm seeing that go really viral have, pictures from like Austin Powers or, whatever that people can really relate to. So if you can try and keep it funny and light, that really illustrate what you're talking about, that's what, people are bored. So they, even on LinkedIn,
Right.
they want to be
Right.
entertained.
So it has to be relevant, but a little entertainment goes a long way to kind of
Yeah.
obviously get people's attention, make it more shareable, make it more
Yeah.
kind of, hey, did you see this one kind of thing that makes
Yeah.
us want to kind of post it somewhere else. So cool.
Exactly.
Well, I think this is a really exciting rollout by LinkedIn. I mean, to be able to actually publish longer pieces and really show kind of some thought leadership. So people should really take advantage of it. I'm glad you're highlighting it here and bringing it to our attention. So we're doing a 4-part series here about all these different tips and strategies about how you can really be engaging people, get top of mind, get on the radar screen of your ideal client. So you want to make sure you're connecting with Hannah on her website. It's right up here on screen. Make sure you're subscribed so you get notifications of each of the segments here and you don't miss out on any of this good stuff here. So we're going to be back with more, but in this episode we talked about notifications to your network. We talked about the shareability and how you might get picked up and put into Pulse if you do these longer posts. And then it's a real opportunity to show off your thought leadership and your expertise to your ideal client audience. So thank you for sharing all that, Hannah, and I look forward to picking up again on our next episode. So see you real soon.
Thanks, Mark.